Linda Kronquist, and I'm the host of this wonderful place. If you need a place to go and do a podcast, to do your taping, self-taping, whatever you need to do, we just want to welcome the people in the house that makes it important. And today we want to welcome the one and only Samantha Linderman, our comedy concierge. And from Duke University, our scholar, right here, our scholar in training, the one and only Monica with a K. And today, the person who saved your ass was Michael Moon, okay? Because y'all wouldn't have had none. Everybody's talking about Wi-Fi, how do you do it with the phone, how do you turn on the thing? I'm thinking, how about a battery? I don't talk until they come out with toys with that. What we do here is we have a great time. It doesn't matter if you have 2 minutes or 2 seconds. It's 10 minutes to get on stage. And if you want a copy of your set, you will have to talk to either Samantha or Monica. I have nothing to do with that. This is wonderful that it's live because it's you. I'm going to bring up Monica, but first I'm going to bring someone up that I have to see really quickly. And then I'm going to bring up Monica and tell you some more things. But right now, all the way from Vegas, let's hear it up for Maury.
Sit down and get comfortable. How y'all doing? My name is Maury Richardson, right? I came from Vegas. I'm a comedian. And some shit happened to me when I was on my way back from here. I got in a car accident. And it was sad. I crashed my car and I totaled it. That was my baby. I didn't think I was going to come to Vegas or come to California. I was like, man, God's telling me not to come. God's telling me it's a sign not to come. I started crying like a baby. My brother picked me up from the car accident. He said, why are you crying? My brother's a gangster, by the way. He's a street dude. I'm crying to him. He taught me all the street shit I know. He taught me this. I'm like, oh, my car, oh my goodness. I'm supposed to go to California, meet Sunda. I'm supposed to go. God's telling me not to go. He said, bro, wake up. You okay? You okay? God's telling you, you need a new car to go to California. God's not telling you. So it was kind of a mix-up, you know what I'm saying? So that was like a little story going on. So I'm a server at Cracker Barrel. Have you ever Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
It's good-ass food, right?
Yeah.
So 2 things I do like about my job. I like the people that come in, right? 2 people that I like. I like white people. They're my favorite. Fuck, I love white people.
Yeah.
And my second one is a confession. Alright, it's hard to get this off my chest. I love big women. Yeah. Oh man, I fucking love big women. At a restaurant, you know how many big women come at a restaurant? I like them like really big. I like them when the booty is coming off both sides of the chair. You know what I'm talking about? Fellas, the booty's coming off both sides and you can smack it both ways while they still sitting down. I love that shit. I don't like them just big up top. I like the big ankles, I like the big kneecaps, I like the big waist, I like the big bra. I like them big everywhere, you know what I'm saying? That's just me, that's how I am. So that's introduction myself. My name is Maury Richardson.
Where can I find you now on social media?
Oh, my Maury Richardson, Moori. Last name Richardson, Richardson. Okay, that's my social media. Thanks for having me, guys.
There you go, huh? You ain't sweating that back. Listen. Oh my God. You would think this was friggin' BET the way he's acting like I'm sweating this. I'm so scared. But you know what? We always have different people, and I'm going to bring up Monica, but first I've been working with this lady, and she's very special to me. You don't find many people like her. Let's give it up for Miss Jimenez. Just to let you know, she's giving you the light of 3. I mean, you got 2 to wrap. Yeah! Wow! Hey!
Hi, everyone. Hi. How is everybody doing?
Good.
Great. It appears that everyone's having a great time. And I'm happy to be here. I love LA. I love LA, but the one thing I hate about LA traffic is when someone pulls up to my bumper, baby, and proceeds to tailgate me, which I call ride me, and I know they're trying to tell me how to drive. You know, they pull up to me, and it's this small little car, because where I'm sitting from, everybody looks like they're driving a little smart car. Yeah, I drive a 12-foot tractor coupled to a 53-foot trailer that requires 70 feet on each side just to make a turn. I got a commercial driver's license, which is a Class A, and you're going to try to tell me how to drive?
Okay. Hey.
There you go.
There you go.
No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, it's synonymous to a Chihuahua dog pulling up to a pit bull and giving it instructions on how to perform a lockjaw. Okay, then I'll take a break from there. Okay.
Say something nice about the LA School of Comedy.
Oh, I love the LA School of Comedy. It's making me come out. It's making me happy.
Yes. Good for you. So, guys, you're probably wondering what's going on here, but you'll never figure it out. You know why? Because after almost 20 years, I can't figure it out. And I had the baddest website, did I not? But it's not here. But that's okay. It's missing. It's been TikToked. I don't know what's happening. You keep asking me, what's wrong with you, Sunda? You can tell something's wrong with me, right? My life is gone. My life is gone. The entire life is gone. So I say to the webmaster, mistress, sorry, gotta be right, where's the backup? She said, well, don't you pay GoDaddy? I pay you too. It's the big secret. But the secret is that this is gonna be a hot night. And we want to keep it up. And we just want to say one thing that I don't like, I really don't do, remember, try not to, we just want you guys to get up here, work, and do your thing. And I want you to really respect the staff that I have here because they really put in a lot of friggin' time to keep this together. I mean it. And I wouldn't leave you if I didn't have to leave you. But you can't hear me anyway. Or can I not hear you? It doesn't matter. Let's bring up your host for this evening. The one and onlyka, Monica with a K. After party at Delphi Creek, tell them about it.
Woo! Okay, hi guys. Hey. This is my first time hosting, so thanks for being a lovely audience. And as Linda mentioned earlier, after this show, a lot of us will be heading over to the Comedy Bar at Delphi Greek, which is the best Greek restaurant that are run by Persians. And you're great food, great comedy, and it's a really fun place to be. Maury, you talked about, you said God was telling you to come, God was telling you to come. God's never told me that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, anyways. Okay, so we're gonna move the show right along, because we have a lot of great comics. So, we're gonna bring up the comedy of Shannon.
Thank you, my dear.
Oh, you unplugged it.
Yeah.
It's an open mic. Everyone gets feedback.
I know. That's the way to start it.
That's funny.
Oh, you
Gotta play it right.
Just talk.
I know.
Is this the bit? No, I'm just kidding.
Talk to it.
Loosen her up.
No, this is just drunk shakes, guys. I ain't had enough whiskey. It's just the way it goes. Give it up for Monica. Hey, by the way, anybody find my notebook last Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you make fun of me? Because that is exactly what you're supposed to do. You find a fucking comedian's notebook and they left it behind. You are supposed to read through that shit and make sure they eat shit. So I'm hoping there was mad respect on that. Yeah. It was a short notebook. Man. So I had a note in my pocket tonight, from work, and it said, "Be as racist as I can possibly be on stage."
Yeah.
Good note, right? I like that note. I like that note. That's a note from me earlier. Like, oh, just go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead, do that shit. So, I barista on occasion, and next door to the place I barista at is a ice cream shop owned by a Korean lady. She comes in all the time. And I made her a panda bear in her latte the other day. And she was like, "Panda bear? It's because I'm Asian, right?" I was like, "Well, Of course. I like to begin every transaction with every customer as racistly as possible. Why wouldn't I? And she was like, really, you do that for everybody? I was like, of course. What do you think black people get? She's like, a black bear? Like, exactly. What do you think white people get? She's like, polar bear? I was like, fuck no, white people get whatever they want. This is called the racist world of Winnie the Pooh. Some people know where this is going. So, Christopher Robin is sitting on top of a hill along with Eeyore in whatever, mythical world that Winnie the Pooh lives in. Eeyore looks at Christopher Robin. He's like, Christopher Robin? Shouldn't Tigger be here by now? Well, Eeyore, Tiggers tend to be late.
Jesus.
So Tigger comes bouncing up over the hill. Christopher Robin? Can all Tiggers bounce that high? Most can, Eeyore. Most can. Tigger bounces down the hill. Now the woods jump Piglet with a 9mm. Guns Tigger down.
Piglets. That's funny.
I know. Christopher Robin. Do all piglets shoot Tiggers? Most do, Eeyore. Most do. The other day, I got a little cousin. He's about 14, 15 years old. Okay. And he asked me, he was like, hey, Shannon, why do black people call getting your ass eaten out tossing a salad? Why is it getting your salad tossed? And I was like, because salad is gross and black people are smart. It is gross. Okay. There is no grosser fucking thing than sitting across from somebody eating a fucking Cobb salad or some chef salad or some just crazy dressing ass nasty fucking shit flying out of your mouth. I know it's healthy, but it's not healthy for me. I have to see it. That's fucking crazy. If you time-lapse photography, okay, of someone eating a salad, that is one of the grossest fucking things you will ever see in your fucking life. Okay? Look, if you were to ask me as an alternate, like, give me an ultimatum, like, alright, Shannon, would you rather watch this 70-year-old redheaded fucker over here pour ranch on eggs? Okay, and watch that? Or would you rather watch a couple of toddlers get chainsawed?
Boom.
What race are the toddlers? Told you I was gonna be racist. It's true though. I really don't want to watch nobody eat a salad. It's like, oh, jeez. I seriously don't know where that came from. The tossing the salad for eating butt. Oh, that's a weird equation. I'll have to work that shit out at some point. I'm gonna have to delve into that. Not like a butthole, but you know, just like, I don't know, like a scholar. So I only wear lambskin condoms.
What now?
What?
I never heard of
They feel more natural, dude. You know, for the sheep.
Oh shit.
What's a little bestiality amongst friends, people? No. I ain't gonna let it out here. I caught my dog drinking from the toilet the other day, so I took a piss in his dish. That's flavor profiling. Like, you don't want to fuck him up. Plus, also, I call that yin yang, you know? And you guys believe in yin yang, you think that's a force at work in the universe. And you have to believe that old white people porn is incredibly popular with Asian teens. Give it up for Monica and the LA School Economy. Come visit me at Fanatic Salon, 3815 Saltaire Boulevard, Thursday, Friday.
Thank you. That was a great set, Shannon.
Thank you so
Anyways,
much,
so I'm on like a class exchange program at USC right now, and yeah. Anyways, no, I'm kidding. I was at the student store, like the school spirit store, just like perusing around, and they were selling Trojan condoms there. So school spirit, yay. Anyways, this next comic I'm gonna bring up, I'm a huge fan of this person's comedy. In fact, she's one of the top 5 female comedians in this room. So we're bringing up Sam!
Everybody. Give it up for Monica, everybody! I'm really lucky to have Monica here. She's a fucking genius. Not that we all aren't, but it's kind of cool to like know that you want to do something weird like this and then do it, you know? Because science is weird as fuck. Like what you do is weird. Like I don't know, but this shit's probably weirder. How we doing tonight? That's good, Shannon. That was beautiful. That was fucking hot. That was crazy. I feel it on here. The fucking salad. I have an issue with people eating too. I went to group therapy. I'm not saying I'm like, don't eat, but like just the way in which people eat. My sister, it's really bad. Yeah. I've been working retail lately. I think that's why my like energy's so low, because I'm so good at my job. Like all day I'm just doing comedy. It's crazy. It's crazy. This guy, okay, it was like a sale. It was basically all lotions, creams, and massage oils. $5.95. A body cream is pushing like $18.95 on the fucking regular. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's freaking out. And I'm like, okay, fine. Because yesterday was buy 3 get 1. You know what I mean? And like, this is the life I'm living. And so this guy, he's like, I'm looking for a scent for a man. And I go, well, you're in the men's section. And you're presenting pretty, 5'4". No. But he was smelling smoked old fashioned. Which, exactly. No, exactly, right? Like, as a woman, right, it's like, what does that mean? Like, so it smells like smoke. I don't know about old-fashioned. And he was like, this is what a real man smells like. That's what a real man smells like. And then I pass him Smooth Amber, right? Because I want to save him. I don't want him to fuck himself up because he's going through whatever he's going through. I was like, what about this one? It's in a brown box too, you know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Like, it's got some smooth amber. And he goes, that's for betas. And it's like, I'm the best fucking actor you've ever seen in your life. Woo. In your life. If I heard someone say that, I would laugh. You know what I mean? I can't break, though. I'm like, I really hope. If you need anything, let me know. And then I walk away. I had this one customer. She looked like a Russian doll, but like old as fuck, you know, and not Russian. 3 white hairs, and all the little piglets ran home. Because she's scary. No, but I have this thing where old people and I, like, we get along. You know, like, they're like, you're an old soul. And then they're like, I want to fuck you. No, that's wrong. That is wrong. No. But, like, I'm from LA. Thank you so much. Who else is here is from LA? Homegrown. You're from LA.
She didn't say that.
This is my friend from middle high school. That's funny.
Wow. We be your own people.
Shoot.
Switch up is real.
Right.
Switch up is real.
Oh, you're not from LA. Oh my god.
What?
Wait. But basically, okay. I almost. Can I? No. Okay.
Well, I don't care.
I just forgot she was adopted. Is what happened.
What?
Oh shit.
Oh my god. I'm having a night. No, but I'm having a night. She was like, I hope nobody picks on me, right? That's crazy. Over nothing.
The other switch up is real.
That was a
Switch up is real. It'd be your own.
Okay, and then I was talking about how that girl wasn't Russian. Wow, okay. So this lady's in the store, and she was like, I need a cream. No, she says, I need a foam and a cream. And I'm a fucking genius, bro. Because when you hear foam, what does that mean? So I'm like, foaming hand soap and a cream. And it's for a guy. Oh my god, again, for a guy. And, dude, I can't really even explain it. Because it's like I dissociated or something. Like, I was so on that I was off. Does it make sense? Like, I was like, yeah, no, for sure. Like, I was so engaged because my goal was to get her to never speak to me again. And when that's your driving force, like, it's draining. And I have a radio, and my manager's like, break away. They tell me that all day. They go, break away. Right when the conversation gets good, you know what I mean? Right when we're about to exchange Instagrams. Not even cute people. That's not like that. It's like everyone I see as a networking person. Well, I've met a lot of people at the mall. Like, have you seen the movie Holes?
Yes.
Do you remember Zero? I saw him grown up. I recognized him grown up, and I let him walk his famous ass out because I'm just cool like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of that, though. There was this one TikTok makeup artist that has no arms or legs. So I recognized them immediately. And, not really an oversaturated market. Saying, it'd be like if I had no legs, I do stand up. You know what I'm saying? My Uber driver today. We're having the best fucking conversation. He got me to take my earbuds out, whatever. Halfway through, he tells me he's paralyzed from the legs down.
What?
I don't even ask how he's driving. I don't even want to know. Isn't that cool? That's mad cool. There's a blind lady. I'm going to just keep... There's a blind lady in the store, but this is so rude. She can't be 100% blind. Like, she was, like, kind of okay. Beautiful eyes. But a stick, you know what? But then a bag. A stick in a big bag. I was like, it'd be hard to be blind with that big-ass bag, and where's your dog? You know, I'm just saying, can you see light? You don't want to ask. So I'm talking to her, and then you don't want to offer help. Like, I want her to feel like she's okay, but low-key, I'm like... Because it's so easy to knock stuff down, you know what I mean? Anyways. And she's blind. So she, like, grabbed onto my weenus. That's what this part of your elbow is called. Did you guys learn that in middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called your weenus. I would just grab my crush's weenus, and then they were like, what the fuck? And I was like, love me. But she's, like, holding on to me, and I don't know there's no end to that story, but it's just, like, I would not want to be blind at all. Like, at all. Like, maybe top 20 fears. I don't know. It was weird. I like working at the mall. Here's another thing. Oh my god, you're talking about driving your fucking truck. First of all, clap it up.
Woo!
drive at all. At all. I have every resource, you know what I mean? And I just can't do it. But I'm good at being no, I'm actually really bad at giving directions in the car. And if they don't let me play my music, I really, like, it affects my mood for the rest of the time. Because it's just like, oh my god, you know, oh my god, it gets hard. But, as she said. But, yeah, I've been in the car still, you know, to get around. There's so much. And I see these billboards, and it'll be like, Jane Goodall. Have you seen it? It's Jane Goodall. Yes. Pursue yourself, keep moving forward. It's like pushforward.com.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it's...
Well, Nelson Mandela, too.
Nelson Mandela is what I was going to say, and Dolly Parton. So it's Nelson Mandela, Jane Goodall, and Dolly Parton. And it says, pass it forward. What are you saying to me? You know what I mean? Like, I need a directive. I need a website. I saw a sign that said tree work. I was like, that's way too close to free work. You know, like, I'm gonna pull up and be like, oh my god. I love you guys. Thanks for having me. Give it up for Monica. She's gonna be closing it up tonight and everything. Catch me over at Delphi Greek. I'll be co-hosting with Patty. Okay. I've been Sam.
Yeah, give it up for Sam. I once got body shamed by a blind lady. Yeah, that was like kind of a low for me. Anyways, yeah, Sam mentioned, I'm a science student, so this is all very new. My goal is to be 50% scientist, 50% comedian, and 50% statistician. Thank you. That one you have to do a little mental math. If you didn't get that, you need to check your ability to add. Okay, I'm just kidding. We're moving this right along, and I'm gonna bring up a comedian who started seeing recently, huge fan of his work. Let's bring up Zach.
All right. My wife and I are trying to have a baby.
Yeah.
And it makes me uncomfortable because my mother is also trying to have my wife and I have a baby. Yeah. She's a good woman though. Even though she has no intimate relationship with boundaries, I still love and respect her. She was an immigrant from Lebanon who escaped an arranged marriage and joined the American circus on a green card deal. So I spent my youth performing in the circus and dealing with more anxiety than the criminal carnies I traveled with. Yeah. I was like a young Dick Grayson without a Batman to come and save me. I wanted him to, but my mother was a better aerialist than Robin's mother. That's because she's a fucking lunatic. But whenever I would try to go talk to her about our living situations, you know, she'd immediately cut me off. No, Habibi. This is our American dream. Mom, I'm 12 years old. Ferris Frank just made me try cocaine. This is your American dream. It's crazy. And she could have just done the right thing. She could have just admitted what was going on, but she didn't. She doubled down and she pulled the most bullshit Arab card there is. She told me I was a prince. Yeah. That this was merely an adventure, and we would return to our castle in Lebanon in due time. Fucking, yeah. And what was crazy was we were the only Arabs in the circus, so I believed her. You talk gaslighting, I was gas bombed. I actually thought I was a prince for like 4 years. It's fucking nuts. But, yeah, just always dealing with constant confusion, you know, just like I had a pretty face for a boy, but I also had gynecomastia. Do you know what that is? Because Ferris Frank calls them bitch tits. Greater Tater Gary, he just called them boobies, and I preferred that. That was nice. And then, of course, I go talk to my mother about the insecurities with and around my body. She's No, Habibi. You have those because you're a prince. Okay, I believed it. It's fucking crazy. Thought royalty was both man and woman for a while. As a kid, I'd be selling cotton candy with dried Mountain Dew just crusted on my arms, convinced I'd have an encounter with a genie. The closest I'd get was escaping rape from gypsies. Real confused boy wonder. But I'm telling you this because my therapist told me my mother is a crazy Arab woman. She'll beat depression, but she'll commit suicide just to prove a point. Threatening my wife and I over procreation. No grandchild, no point living. Shit. I feel like I've been on the run my whole life. You can ask my wife about Prince Habibi, the circus boy. She'll tell you all about my BPD. It's nuts. Is anyone else here neurodivergent? Yeah? Nice. They say it comes from trauma, but my mother told me I was born with it. It would be nice not to be autistic, though, I think. Like, you all can arrange a room, and it stays that way. Like, it blows my mind. But the ability to appreciate an entire car or truck, in this case, like, I've never been able to get past the wheels. Just fucking obsessed. But anyway, you guys can have healthy boundaries, and my wife is told she's ovulating by my mother when she group texts us. So that's all I got for tonight. Thank you.
All right, one more time for Zach. Woo! Incredible set. I have a quick question for everyone here. Y'all ever heard of badminton, the sport?
Yeah.
Yes.
If a player on the other side prevents a very strong smash from their opponent, is that cock blocking? Anyways, I'm gonna bring up our next comedian. This comedian made this room really cool, and I mean that thermally. So come up, Mike Moody.
Yeah. Oh shit! How you guys doing? You guys good?
Yeah.
Oh man, it is Monday, right? Mm-hmm. These days are running together. This shit's getting crazy. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Really. A little bit about me. My name is Mike Moody. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I grew up with my grandparents. Growing up with your grandparents is cool, man. Growing up with your grandparents is the only time you get beat, and then you ask them if they okay. You're like, are you alright? I hear you wheezing. I don't know. Make sure you learned your lesson. No, my parents passed away like a month before 9/11. So like the day of the attacks, the terrorist attacks, we just, me and my siblings, we just watched the country catch up to a sadness we already had. That's what we did. Can you imagine us bringing that up in the gym when they're talking about the terrorist attacks? Anyway, it's funny. They're like, I don't know this story. This is a different story. Oh man, what's been going on in the world? They had the Jonathan Majors thing happen. You guys saw that?
Yeah.
For like 24 hours, he was like an abusive guy. But then like they found out there was no basically like, there was no evidence. But you could tell there was no evidence because they were like talking shit about it as it was happening. Yeah. Did you guys ever see like the initial reports? They was like, he's abusive. They was like, who is it? Who said that? He was like, some bitch. I don't know. Some lying bitch. I don't know. I feel like they have, I feel like Marvel Studios has like a Olivia Pope that cleans shit up. But he is good now. So that's cool. I was at the grocery store, and what I thought was interesting at the grocery store was I was at the checkout, and then this lady was checking me out or whatever, and then like another lady came through, but it was like, you know how like the lines closed and this lady walked in and she had like a hazmat suit on. I'm talking about like a real hazmat suit. I'm talking about like the real yellow rubbery hazmat suit with like science goggles from science class and like a fucking like medical mask. The problem with that shit was like, I was like, yo, she's overdoing it. The other thing about that was she was there to return something, and I was like, yo, that's fucking crazy. How did you contaminate and bring that shit back? Like, she shouldn't be. She's the wrong person to think, I can take this back to the store. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't know, I thought that was stupid. I don't want to be too traumatizing. Part of my trauma, y'all. Okay, so back to my parents. I mean, they died in a car accident on the way to vacation. So like, I'm not excited for anything. Like, I'm jaded. Like, I'm not excited for anything. Like, even like a good date. And the chick's like, yo, when we get home, this pussy's yours. I'm like, bitch, we gotta get home first. Don't make any promises you can't keep. We'll get there and we can talk, but I don't wanna have you jump into conclusions, bitch. This is kind of scary to me. No, that shit is real, man. I was talking in the car with one girl, and she was like, yeah, that's agoraphobia. It's like the fear of traveling. And I was like sitting in the car with her. It was like the next day. And I was like, that's what it's called? I was like, yeah, I'm going to tell my girlfriend about this. Like, this is crazy. I don't even know what this is. But that's what it is. It's agoraphobia. That's what they call it. I've been just chilling. You guys watching TV? Is there anything on TV right now? Anything good on TV? No?
Anything on TV?
Good anything right now? I don't think it is. It's I don't know. It's oversaturated. There's a lot. I like black TV. I like what we do. What they got us talking about. Yeah,
Bel Air?
Oh no, I like Bella. Bella's cool. Bella's cool. Bella's cool. Yeah, they talk about like the mythology of the show. They make it very important.
Yeah.
They like the way they turned it into a whole drama. Like, I like that type of shit because I love the Fresh Prince. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Like the drug episode. Yeah, I like that. The problem with certain black shows is like they make them too educational. They're just entertaining white people about how niggas live. And I don't know what that's about. But sometimes that shit bothers me. I don't know what that's about. Sometimes I'm like, yo, this shit ain't even fun for me. You know what I mean? Like, you guys ever watch like Lovecraft Country or Watchmen? Yeah, they're the same show. They're the same show. If you've seen one, you've seen them both. They come to the main character and like, hey, you have great power. You come from a great lineage. The only thing you can't do is in systemic racism go out there and be a hero. And then these black folks have to go out and be heroes. Do you know how hard it is to be 3/5 of a superhero? That shit is hard, nigga. I do it every day. I do it every fucking day. Oh man, no, I mean, it's cool, I guess. I'm black in real life, so I feel that. I don't have no powers, but I can feel it when I'm in my regular day-to-day, you know what I mean? I live in Culver City, and that's it's like Pleasantville. Woo! It's real quiet and quaint. I like it, but sometimes it rubs me the wrong way a little bit. Like, I moved in like the week of the riots. You know what I mean? So, like, that looked like I moved in to check on the white people in the town. Like, I was a monitor. I know white people had, like, you know, Black Lives Matter signs and stuff and love is love signs. They're like the scariest white people. Those are the ones who cross the street. I don't know what that's about, but somehow they're the ones who cross the street and run in the middle of the day. But the white people, like, vote for Trump and shit and, like, love cops and shit. They're, like, the coolest white people that I've ever met. I don't know. It's a weird irony. I feel like white people treat cops like certain black people treat Jesus. They're like, yo, he hasn't done anything for me personally, but it's nice to have him around. You know, for holidays and award shows. I don't know. How much time I got?
You got 3 minutes.
Okay, cool. Oh man. Back to the show shit though. Anybody seen like the new Candyman?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it in Candyman too. I didn't like it in Candyman. You guys see the new Candyman?
The new one, right?
Yeah, there was like it's a man with a hook for a hand killing people. But you know what's really killing this community? All this gentrification. We should go ahead and do something about this. This shit is destroying the streets. Yeah, no, they did that. I know these is fall on deaf ears. I'm not on a soapbox right now. I'm just telling you about black life. Because it's funny. That shit's crazy, man. Thank you. I don't know, it's hard for everybody. I guess, you know what I mean? I get it. I think everybody deserves to be happy, no matter what race you are or sexual orientation or whatever you got going on. The only thing I think is hard is like pronouns. Just a little bit. Am I the only one that thinks that? It's a safe space. I only feel like that because only when people like choose to express the pronouns, I feel like it's like sometimes the wrong time. Like what if the world's in and you trying to grab somebody by the ledge? Like, yo, bro, I got you. And they're hanging there like, yo, it's not bro. You will address me as them, nigga. You like, okay. I have to pull them up anyway. The only reason I say that because I feel like they, them is like the hardest pronoun. I mean, I feel like because you stole that shit from the Illuminati. Like, that shit is crazy. Who killed Tupac? Them niggas, bro. They did that shit. You know how they get down. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Oh, one more time for Mike Louie. Thanks for giving this place some temperature regulation. Yay, we love temperature regulation. Another quick question. Are Cheerios mini bagels or mini donuts? Anyways, this next comedian I'm gonna bring up is named Lenny.
Oh, shit.
That was the whole introduction. Give it up for Lenny.
So I fuck a lot of 18-year-olds.
Shock factor got me.
Shock factor? Why is that shocking? I'm 20 years old. Like I'm allowed to do that shit.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. To be honest.
And I feel fucking terrible today, so it's gonna be the same as usual. Being 20 years old, I don't give a fuck about 9/11. Like I know I'm supposed to, and like I'm pretty ignorant of it, but like I don't give a fuck like at all. Like all right. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, okay? 9/11 was, to my knowledge, right? A fucking building collapsed and a bunch of people died, right? And we're never supposed to forget it, okay? But in Florida, not too long ago, a condominium collapsed and a bunch of people died. And you already forgot about it. So like, I know one was terrorism and one was earthquakes, but like, but earthquakes kill way more people than terrorism. I give much more of a fuck about. Alright, fair enough. Hello. You can come back in. Alright, so I just graduated high school recently. Yeah. I was waiting for Hughes back so I could bring the good shit. Had a lot of fun in high school. Mostly because I look like a school shooter. And and when the principal thinks you're a school shooter, you own the fucking school, you know what I mean? I got to do whatever the fuck I wanted. Oh, I had a great fucking time. Made a lot of friends in high school. This kid named Room. It's a weird name, but he's an even weirder fucking kid. Room told me when he was 18 he wanted to get a tattoo on his right arm that said Mom, a tattoo on his left arm that said Dad. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be fucking weird when you jack off, isn't it? That joke only seems to be popular with men. Like that's the only, the only one who likes that joke. So I actually used to drive a Mustang in high school that my principal bought me. A lot of fun in that thing. I drive it around everywhere, left and right. I remember one day I was driving that thing down the road and there's this huge fucking muddy puddle that was just filled with fucking mud and horse shit and who the fuck knows what. So I swerved my car off the road, and so somebody's small child went to check the mail. So I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? I might have to fucking swerve last second. Hit that fucking kid, bro. And when I tell you I was washing my car for ages that night, shit, I mean it. Because blood doesn't come out easy. Don't cover your face on it. We don't do that when I'm on stage. If you gotta laugh, you're gonna be honest about it. You know what I mean? Only women do that shit too. It's like you're so desperate to be in Afghanistan. It's getting worse. So I drove my friend in a Mustang who's black, and we went down to Alabama, which he did not really want to go to because we were driving around for 3 days and we saw nothing but fucking white faces, white people with underbites and Confederate flags left and fucking right, and yeah. So after a while we started wondering, you know, where are the black people out here? Well, black people in Alabama, and eventually we found out all the black people who lived in this one part of town. It's called what was it called? It was called oh yeah, the prison. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I told you it was getting worse, did I not? Yeah. So I'm a pretty forgetful person. My forgetfulness once caused my house to get burned down in high school.
What?
Yeah, well, okay, so I was leaving for work early, right? I was leaving for school early, so before I worked. I made myself breakfast, left the stove on, sped off to fucking school because I was late, right? I got home from school and I learned that my fucking house had burnt to the ground. Burned all the way to the ground, and my family had all escaped through the front door and made it out all right. I still beat myself up over that incident each and every day, though. I just really wish I remembered, you know? I just really wish I remembered to lock the front door. Alright. I tell a lot of dark jokes, and I'm actually a really good person. Yeah. For example, I once gave my most prized possession to a homeless man. My child. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Fuck these old jokes. This is a cool crowd. I like this crowd. Yeah, you gotta be cool, gotta be cool. You know what I mean? Hitler was a fucking dork and everyone hates him because of that, you know what I mean? It's like, mass murder aside, a dork is a dork, you know what I mean? Like, Che Guevara was a mass murderer, but he was fucking cool, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta admit that shit. Like, I could open up a restaurant in today called Che's Chicken. It'd be financially fucking successful. I can't do Hitler's Chicken. That wouldn't work out very well for me. Can you imagine? Hitler's Chicken, help us get to 6 million customers. It's just not gonna happen. Hitler's Chicken, we want one on every train stop. Hitler's Chicken, see how many people we can get in one place. Hitler's Chicken, we do all our cooking by gas. Yeah. Alright. Shout out to Sunda. Yeah. Well, she's Jewish. Another Jew there. I love Sunda because like she uses her racism like very wisely. You know what I mean? No, because like Sam's Jewish, Monica's Indian. And they're both responsible for making sure everybody pays. Yeah. And if anybody's gonna make sure everybody pays. Alright, more racist shit. There's a lot of races of women I'd never impregnate, personally. I'd never impregnate an Irish girl because I don't want my children to have fetal alcohol syndrome. I'd never impregnate a Japanese woman because I wouldn't want to share my baby stuffed animals with her. I wouldn't impregnate a white American girl because they're fucking awful. I'd never impregnate a Russian girl because that baby would have even spoiled baby. It's spoiled. Sam, I love how your friend didn't want to be made fun of, and then you told a room full of comics that she did not want to be. Fuck, alright, I got a light. Alright, shit, fuck that. I got some new jokes. I hate when restaurants tell you it's fine to smoke in there, but then they freak out when you whip out a crack pipe. Fuck restaurants. Yeah. So, I don't like living like as much as the rest of you. Yeah. I mean, I do, but like, I was hanging out with the fucking crackhead that tried to rob me about a week ago. That was a potentially dangerous situation. But, we have 1 minute, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I don't have time for that one. My apologies, people. What the fuck did I want to say? So, I just graduated high school recently. Yeah. Just went to Dare a bunch. You guys remember Dare?
Yeah.
Remember those bunch of cunts? Yeah, fuck yeah. Those fucking unsuccessful bunch of cunts, right? Here's the thing. If I was gonna scare a kid off Dare, I would not... If I was gonna scare a kid off drugs, I would not bring him to Dare. You know where I'd bring him? Any open mic in America. That has never bombed before. Amount of time?
You a minute.
I have 1 minute? I thought you said I had a minute ago. Alright. Moving on. What the fuck did I ask? So I'm a very sensitive romantic. I watch lesbian porn a lot. That's like, my dick gets harder watching lesbians talk than straight people fuck. I'm just gonna be honest with you, like. You too? Yeah. You know what I mean? So I get off, my dick gets hard at talking, you know what I mean? Because I'm a very sensitive romantic. That kind of backfires because then my dick will get hard when I'm just talking to a girl, but then I can't fuck her in bed. Well, alright, fuck that one. Wrote that yesterday. What the fuck else did I want to say? I think that apples are just... I think that pears are just apples with BBLs. So dumb. 30 seconds?
No, you're done.
I'm done? Thank you very much. Oh, can I do one more? Fuck, I'm gonna do one more. So I was examining my racism a little bit. And if I was a principal of a school and a black student brought a gun to school, me being pretty chill, I just let it go. But if a white student brought a gun to school, I'd be like, fuck that, bro. Maximum security. All right, fuck that joke. Bill Cosby's innocent. Thank you very much. Good night.
Okay, give it up for Lenny. This mic is like kind of wet. Anyways.
I'm so sweaty.
Anyways, I'm gonna wash my hands after this. On an unrelated note, it's Women's History Month. We have 4 days left in Women's History Month. Can we give it up for that? And I think it's really fitting that the first day after Women's History Month is April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Spend 31 days, highlighting women's rights and respect and equality, and the day after it's just like, psych! Anyways. Oh, also, Lenny, did you pay?
Yeah.
It's okay, sorry.
I know how you people
Wow, yeah.
Wow. People are.
Out him.
Damn.
Familiar. I told you. She's the one that's confirming racist stereotypes.
Okay, this next comic.
Might have been a callback.
This next comic, I really enjoy listening to his comedy, and he is dressed more green than an Elizabeth Warren topiary at a recycling plant. Let's bring up Colin!
Yeah, it's me.
Oh no! Where did it go? I don't know why I brought it up here. I at least think I'm gonna drink, because I never will. What's up, guys? I don't know if I'm also smart enough to do this. And that reference, I didn't understand any of those words, but I am dressed super green. My last name's O'Reilly, so I don't think I had a choice. I didn't know I was gonna come tonight. It was a spur of the moment. I came with a buddy. So I'm gonna just try some random new stuff. It won't be as good as all the other stuff. Yeah, you guys are all great. It's awesome. Yeah, young people. There was lots of Jewish jokes. It was very enlightening. It was very great. Kanye West has been in the news.
Yeah.
He saw the movie 21 Jump Street. He's no longer anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie, but it must be really good. It must be had a big effect on that guy. I'm also very old. I'm like 46, so I was kind of like, I was like in my 30s, early 40s when he was big, you know. I didn't know a lot about him, so I Googled him, you know. I saw the news stories, and he had his album College Dropout, which I think is very apt, and I just have to say he was in this phase. Like, I love the Nazis. The Nazis were so good. The Nazis were really bad. They were really dumb. They were so terrible at war. They could never run a chain of chicken stores. They were so bad at war, that Hitler guy, he was a dork. He was like Charlie Chaplin on crack. He would just ignore his advisors. They hated him so much, they tried to kill him, this is true, like 73 times. They tried to JFK him like over 70 times. They couldn't do it though because they were Nazis. They were like stuck in this like cycle of ineptitude. It's like going. I just out of all the people he's rich he could have picked to like. It's like going to a Harlem Globetrotters game and being like the Washington Generals are the greatest basketball team of all time. That's who the Globetrotters play. They've never won a game. You're all like, what is that joke? It's like looking at the Cleveland Browns and being like, they're great at football. They were terrible. The Nazis they lasted for like 7, 8, 10 years. They fought one war, 36 months, all gone. They were pussies. Someone was talking about housing rent is getting out of control. I'll get on a soapbox. It is. It's so lame. I Googled on the internet why. This isn't even a joke. It's just we need to revolution change America. There's like 7 to 8 million landlords in America. About 90% of them are just mom and pops, own 1 or 2 places. We all think it's giant corporations, but that's only 10 or 15%, and that's even just started. There's no housing inventory. When Reagan, when he was selling crack in the 80s, there was like 150 million people in America. Right now, we're the 3rd most populous country in the world. Only China and India have more people than us. But our housing inventory has barely crept up. It's like the diamond trade. There's just this weird forced sense of scarcity to like keep everybody. I'm gonna get assassinated by the government. I'm gonna write this here. See what else I got written down? This is totally true. I do Uber Eats on my little motorcycle thing. I was doing it today. Someone was talking about protesting. This was the nicest protest I ever saw. I was in Santa Monica, like picking up like a bagel, whatever, for a rich person, and there was a Taylor Swift protest because of like Ticketmaster.
Oh my god!
And they were giving out cookies. Yeah, I had like some Kool-Aid. I was just like, you guys are so sweet. I don't know what this. Someone had talked about pooping earlier. I don't know. I wrote this down. I read this on the internet today. This is true. Polar bears yell when they poop. They just scream. And I typed into YouTube. If you do it, you'll see it. They're like, ah! And they just poop. It's true. They scream and they poop. It's real.
It's real.
See what else here. Oh, vaccines. I believe in vaccines. They're awesome.
Yeah.
But we should have one for heartbreak. That's the worst pain ever.
Yeah.
Yes. Yay. Alcohol or weed doesn't work. I've tried. So. Also, though, I do think heartbreak would be a great weapon in war. Like, if somehow, because we'll probably go to war with China, if we could start to, like, date the Chinese army, our army, just get them to really like us, and then just ghost them, and they're just, like, bummed and they can't do anything, and then we could win. Yes. This is terrible, though. This would not work. But I also think then they could beat us by if they had like a giant timer, because they're the most people in the world. And then it's like 3, 2, 1, and when it gets to 0, they all jump in the air at the same time. When they land, it would cause an earthquake or upset the world or a tsunami.
Yeah.
A lot of thought.
LASIK. They have LASIK for eyes. I wish they had it for breath. As I get older, I smell like a haunted house every day. I need to brush my teeth like 12 times a day now. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. I recently applied for a job to be a bartender at like catering events for like rich people, and they're like, write down the drinks you know how to make. I don't know how to make any drinks. So I just made some up. These are all terrible. First one, Casey Anthony. She was the one who like killed her daughter so she could go out drinking and dancing. It's like, those must have been great drinks. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I'm going to get canceled. I'm going to say this one. Tsunami Mommy. Gonna be a drink when it's like the tsunamis kill all the people and then that lady like drowned all the kids in the tub. Or a Cosby. Someone mentioned Cosby. It'd be too easy. It's just like pudding and NyQuil. Bad. So guilty. He's so guilty.
That's funny.
How much time do I have?
You have like 4 minutes.
Oh my god, this is terrible. I'll say this real quick. This will be my last thing. This is why I shouldn't get political, but this is why conservatives are terrible. So, like in the Middle Ages, it was just like now. They're like, drag queens suck, we hate people that are different, yada yada. Back then they did too, but it was witches. They were like the first Taliban, but instead of cutting people's heads off, it was burn at the stake, and it was different. We're burning at the stake, we're burning at the stake. And they went through this whole thing of people with cats, like cat ladies. They just started killing them all. And that's where like the whole witches thing comes from. Yeah, totally lame. And then when they killed all the cat ladies, all these rats came in. The Black Plague, they brought their buddies and killed them all. Vote Democrat. Yeah. That'll happen again. That's my time. Thank you.
Oh, I gotta get a Pepsi.
Promoting Pepsi.
He's just all I have.
This comedy show is not sponsored by Pepsi and the Pepsi Cola Company. Anyways, speaking of assassination, a very popular topic here at the LA School of Comedy. I remember the kids in my middle school were so stupid. One time I had to read a speech that was, or edit a speech that was written by another student, and he used the quote, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Y'all have ever heard that quote? Mm-hmm. He attributed that quote to John Wilkes Booth. Okay, anyway, so I'm really excited to bring up this comedian. It comes all the way from Vegas, and what happens in Vegas definitely makes you shameless. Anyways, what? Oh, is it? Am I bringing up Chris?
Oh, I'm from Vegas.
He's the Vegas one.
Oh, which one of you are going up?
We're both.
One.
Oh, both of you.
I signed
Okay.
up. I think I owe $5 still.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
But we're gonna bring up Chris. Woo!
Get him.
No, I'm from Vegas.
Oh, yeah, I'm not from Vegas.
Yeah.
Guys, we're all in
Thank
Vegas
you.
What's
right
up,
now.
dude?
Thank you for having me.
Vegas rocks.
Yeah.
Dude, I moved here, bro. I don't agree with it.
I like to take pride in thinking that I like to keep it real and spotting out when someone's like bullshitting me or something. But it's recently caused me a lot more grief. I was at Target with my cousin, and then this guy comes up and he's just like, "Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm $1 short. I'm just trying to buy this shirt for my son's birthday." And I was like, "Sorry, man, I just got a card." And he just like walked up to the next person like 10 feet away, and I turned to my cousin. I was like, "This guy's fucking lying. He doesn't have a kid." And then 30 seconds later, I hear some cheering down the aisle, and the next person he asked offered to buy him a shirt. And what he did was he's like, "Hey, actually, I don't have a kid, but I was just seeing if you were gonna be generous, so here's $1,000. And I was like, and I mean, I guess I called him out on his bullshit. He didn't have a kid, but and let's see where I go from here. But yeah, same thing. People always come up and ask me or sell something. You ever had a guy come up to you and try to sell you some gold chain off of his neck? I was at a gas station on the 5, and I pull up to the pump. Next thing, a minivan pulls up, and it's this like Saudi Arabian guy comes up. He's like, "Hey man, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm just trying to get to Los Angeles with my kids. All I have, my money's all in my chains." And he had like 5 chains, and he had like 4 gold rings. He's like, "Here, I'll sell you this ring. It's like 2K karat gold. For you, $200. And he came out really hot, and I was just kind of flustered, and he let me hold the ring, and I grabbed it, and I went to talk to my girlfriend in the passenger seat. I was just like, "Yo," like, it felt heavy, it felt like a real gold ring. And I was like, "He wants like $200 for it. It's like worth like 2K. I'm like, you know. But that's actually what got me more paranoid, was I was like, maybe this is the con where he wants to distract me, and he's like doing something to the car, you know, because I've heard about shit going like down like that in gas stations. And I just, to like quickly get rid of that paranoid fear, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna maybe just like offer him $20, because I looked at the car and there were 2 kids in the car, so like there was that proof. If the guy at Target would have showed me picture of his child, I feel like that I would have given him the $1. But anyways, back to the gold guy. I go up to him and I was just like, hey, sorry I don't want the ring, but I feel sorry for you. Here's $20. He's like, come on, man, $100. I was like, no, here's just $20, have the ring. And he like got like offended, and he's just like, fine. And he just like takes it with like 2 fingers. He's just like, thanks. I'm like, just fucking take it. Jesus. But that's life, is people just trying to make a quick buck. I live in I was gonna say homeless, but I live in Venice, but there is a lot of homeless. I do live with the homeless, basically, and they're always asking for money. Anywhere in LA, especially this street right here, there's always a guy with a sign asking money. Yeah, someone walking up on TikTok, hey, you want to do this for money? What I really love, though, is the LGBT community is so supportive, because I'm just scrolling through my Instagram, right? I'm an ally. I got some friends. And, they'll just repost stories like, hey, Rye is trans POCs is a little short on their money this month. How about we just Venmo them some money? Next story. So, Ty is another non-binary bisexual. They're a little short on cash this month. And I just love that they're supporting each other, because all those people have jobs. They're just really bad at budgeting. But I don't know. I've never really donated to one of them. And, I come and spend $10 on 10 minutes to get half a chuckle. Where else? Let's talk about pronouns. They are hard. Easy joke here. I think if Michael Jackson was alive, bless you, his pronouns would be he. There's another one about pronouns. Oh yeah, I'm also a barista. There's also a barista somewhere. Anyways, the frequent customer comes in. I always forget her name, and then she walked in. I was like, hey, you, and she's like, it's actually she, her. I was like, okay. Sorry. How much time do I got left?
You're just at 5 right now.
Oh shit, just at 5. No, let's keep going. Might as well just keep going. Another story I had, I don't have a car, so I walk a lot. So I was walking behind this lady, probably like 10 feet, and same thing was in Venice, so she walked past these homeless guys, and she was tall, probably like 2 inches taller than me, and
That's so tall.
I don't know, for a woman, yeah, I guess that's pretty tall. But anyway, she walked past these guys, and this is why I say she's tall, because they noticed her, and they're like, oh, like, what's up with your long legs? You want to go play a game of basketball, a little one-on-one? And she brushed them off easily. She wasn't fazed by it. But then I caught up to her at the light, and I was just like, hey, like, I heard what those guys said to you, and I'm really sorry. Because you look more like a volleyball player with all that ass on you, actually. But she continued walking. I'll do the phone scroll like everyone else. I'll maybe just use my tweets. Anyone else tweet? See what I find funny. Let me see. Oh, this is a good one. So my friend, came here with my friend, we were both nervous to come up here, and he's like, but you seem pretty relaxed on the car ride over. I was like, you want to know my secret? I trimmed my pubes before I was coming here. Because the confidence I have with trimmed pubes is unmatched, bro. Like, when I go out to a bar, I need to have my pubes trimmed, because at the end of the day, with the laughs fall short, at least I know my penis looks good. So, it's all I got going for me right now. Because when you go out and you just kind of go out on a whim and you're not really as fresh, your game isn't as tight, but somehow you get laid and then you just feel embarrassed to just pull out this bush, and you're kind of stinky, and it's like I'd rather be a little more presentable. It's just something I do for the ladies and for my confidence. It makes everything better, I think. So trim your pubes next time you come on stage. I think we'll all do better.
Yeah, on stage.
Show them right now.
Yeah, right now.
Show your pubes.
So now you're all picturing my ballless baby penis.
Would not be the first one.
Okay, here's another one I got. I like to tip based on looks a lot. I tip ugly people a lot more because I'm like, life is a lot harder for you. And you came here with a smile, give me great service. Because the hot waitress doesn't have to try. And bro, I've worked in a restaurant. The hot people get tipped so much more. It's just stupid, bro. Like, she's just like dropping it off like that. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So that's why I show love to some of the ugly people. Life is just harder for them. So.
Yeah.
Any good lesbian porns?
Lesbian, dude, I'll tell you what, I actually gave up porn for Lent. This is not a joke. It's nice to have a goal that I have, like 40 days. I do sober October, so like give me a little break. And then on Halloween, I just get hammered. But actually, I gave up porn for Lent because I recently just got out of a relationship. I went dude, the phone is just too much, bro. It's just right there, bro. I'm like, just one Instagram photo leads me to one other thing, to another link, and then I'm like, next thing I spent 4 hours just edging myself. I didn't even fully blast off. And so I gave it up for Lent, and honestly, it's making me see just everything so differently, like, maybe that's why you all pictured me with my penis out, because you guys are watching too much porn. Like, now I don't think about that shit. Like, I just see...
You need to see a doctor, bro. 4 hours is not like...
That's what I'm saying. That's why I gave it up. That's why I gave it up, man. Is that 1 minute left?
You're done.
Oh, shit.
You're done.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
There's a key, but you might not need it. You should make it just...
You gotta use the
You
women's
said it
bathroom.
sooner.
The man is
Let's
on
see if I'm locking you in.
Is it really?
Yeah, look out for a little Chinese girl. Don't let her
It's like a
in.
roller coaster ride.
I'm telling you the truth, bro. That's not a joke.
Give it up for Chris as he makes the arduous journey to the ladies' bathroom. Woo! What?
Like all the way down the hall?
Yeah.
Down there, Nicholas.
It's crazy.
He's gonna go jerk off right now.
Just as a general ground rule, if you have to use the bathroom, please, or have to get up to use the bathroom and want to get up to go outside, or I don't know, do whatever you want to do, just make sure you're doing it while I'm talking and not while the comics are talking. So just so you can be respectful of their time because they paid to be here, just like you. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, you were Chris was talking about volleyball. I played volleyball in middle school. My position was bench warmer. Me and the other Indian girl, we were the two bench warmers, and that story could have been really racist had it not been for the fact that we were both actually just really bad at volleyball. Which is why sometimes South Asian representation can make me sad because I can no longer use racism to justify my lack of talent. Moving right along, Chris just went up, so I'm gonna bring up his friend Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Let's bring up Rob.
Hi, my name's Rob Mazade. Dude, my friend and the only other dude from Vegas left. Okay. So I just moved here from Vegas. I used to live in LA. Moved back because, friends and whatnot. Vegas, I was in my room a lot. I realized that I should have got new furniture because I just look around, it fucking feels like Vegas when I'm in my room. Literally like the same configuration in my room. I want to kill my sister's dog. Humanely, I love dogs. He's 20 fucking years old.
Wow.
He's blind. He's deaf. He walks bow-legged. He's a little tiny schnauzer. I found him the other day. Couldn't find him for 30 minutes. Was freaking out. Called my sister, texted him where the fuck is your dog? He literally can't move more than 2 miles an hour. He turns. I find him finally down the corridor of where the lights were off, and he was behind the toilet. Couldn't turn left, hit the toilet. Couldn't turn right, hit the bathtub. So he just stayed. He's like a reverse Roomba. He literally just goes until he hits a wall, and then like a little paramecium. He just shits everywhere. Yeah, fuck. It's time now. Talking about shaving pubes. Chris said he shaves his pubes. Sometimes I'll like get ready. We'll go out. Or get ready to go out. I'm like, okay, might get late tonight. Need to shave. And then just have like a super premium jack-off experience later. Because it didn't happen. Sometimes you gotta treat yourself. I feel like people in LA treat themselves too much in general. I've been hanging out with friends. They're like, "You want to Uber Eats? Do you want to go out for drinks?" And I'm like, "Bitch, we're both poor. Like, what are you doing? Like, don't go out to eat. You're still paying $79 a month for your couch you sit on." Went to EDC. Anybody go to EDC? Fuck, wrong crowd probably. EDC. I got forced to go. I had some friends from college. Haven't gone in like 9 years. And as we were leaving EDC, I love the hustle. Like EDC, you see the people getting fucked up. You see all the people for the Instagram photos. And then you see people hustling as an opportunity. That's the kind of place Vegas is. And this guy, we leave and he's like doing a dance for us. And he has his like Instagram card there. And he's like, Venmo me. And for some reason I was high. So I was like, dude, tell me your whole life story. Like, you're fucking amazing. I love the hustle, dude. Fucking walked away, forgot his Instagram instantly. Felt pretty bad about it. We were walking down and back to the cars, and this guy's in a little shopping cart, and he has like lights coming out of it, fucking drinks or whatever, trying to sell people stuff. And he goes, "My friend, do you want water? Beer? Water, beer, Coke? Like Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper?" We're like walking away. We're like, "Oh, we're good, dude." It's like, maybe alcohol? Any marijuana? We're getting a little bit farther. He's like, ecstasy? Coke? Money? Meth? And I'm like, okay, dude, holy shit. We're walking away, and he goes, last thing he says is, no wait time Uber! No wait time Uber! And I'm like, dude, that one might have got me, but like, I was like, what situation did this guy come up with? Like, what has he been in where it's like, if all else fails, hit him with the wait time Uber. God damn. I'm half Filipino. Anybody else have a Filipino friend? Fuck. I like how Asian grandparents or Asian parents in general, they like care about your physical body, but zero about your like mental health. So it's like, oh my God, watch out! Don't drink that. This Monster Energy is gonna give you some cancer or something. Maybe. Oh my God, watch! Don't run! You're gonna hurt yourself. And it's like, did you know what your dad said about you earlier? Like, so scars from that. No physical scars. Anyway, thank you. Yeah, dude, what an asshole.
I didn't put you on next.
All right, yeah, that's awesome. That was your first time ever doing.
Yeah, I've never done
Oh my
that.
God! Yay! It's really difficult. You should be like really proud of yourself because it's really difficult.
Yeah, no, that's why it took so long.
Yeah, no, you did really well. So you should be really proud of yourself.
I was right by the door. Like.
Anyways, I also have Asian grandparents. Yeah, my Indian grandparents now live with us at home in Texas, and living with your Indian grandparents as an American is a constant reminder of how out of touch with your culture you are. You know, I can't speak Tamil very well, which is like my parents' home language. Americans are very bad at learning languages. Most American men don't know that no means no. Thank you. All right, moving right along. This next comedian I'm gonna bring up, also have not seen in a while, and we're gonna give it up for Rich White. Woo! Rich White, what? Let's see. Anyway, here you go.
Is this thing still like wet? I hope not. Jesus Christ. All right, thank you. So Chris, what you were saying about getting like half a chuckle, that's, I feel like every open mic. Because it's a bunch of comedians waiting to go up. So they're sitting there on their phones, like, waiting to do their set. So they're not going to laugh. Don't expect it too much. No, seriously. This is like my 8th time doing stand-up, totally. And the second time went up, I completely froze. Because I was, like, super nervous and everything. And I'm like, this means so much. Then I talked to a comedian. He's like, this literally means nothing. You're just up here. I'm on my fucking phone. And I'm like, I didn't use my phone. I memorized. He's like, what's wrong with you? Anyway, I wanted to say Mike is not here anymore. But he is a black man living in Culver City. And Culver City is a very white area. But he's definitely been living there a little bit too long. Because Shannon offered him some Crown Royal. And he's like, certainly. That's weird. He's like, certainly, sir. And I knew it was like, something's not right there. I thought that's something I would say, you know? But anyway, I want to address the elephant in the room. I'm extremely Caucasian. This is probably a big surprise to you, but I'm very white. I don't know what's worse. Maybe the fact that my last name is white. Not white sounding. It's literally white. My name is Richard White. It can't get any whiter than that, right? No, it can. My middle name is James. Richard James White. You say that out loud, you're like, didn't that guy colonize a country? Probably. It sounds like I own not one but 2 plantations. I just don't know. I'm like the default white guy, you know? Have you ever played a game like Skyrim or Fallout? They have like an RPG game where you have like a build a character. I'm like the guy that they start off with that you build upon to make better. That's me. I just don't know what my parents were thinking. Did I just shoot out of my mom's vagina? You know, my dad picked me up for the first time. And he looks down at me and with just a twinkle in his eye, he goes, who's going to be a good little slave owner? You are. Who's going to own all the slaves? You are. Can I put my parents... Wow, that did great last time. So that did great last time. So I don't... Shit. Because I'm making fun of my privilege? Anyway. I'll just move on. Shit. See, now I'm frozen because...
It's okay.
None of this matters.
Oh, it is? Okay. No, it's fine. See, the same thing. I knew tonight, I was like, ooh, not a lot of people are laughing tonight. This is not going to be a good one. Like I said, it doesn't matter, though. Shannon talked about people eating lettuce and how that's weird. I used to be a server, and people used to get blue cheese wedges. Do you guys know what that is? It's half a head of iceberg lettuce smothered in blue cheese and bacon. That's fucking weird. Because, like, yes, the lettuce is healthy, but the blue cheese and the bacon is not. So why the fuck are you getting it in the first place? Speaking of serving, I used to, I've been working in retail in the service industry for many years of my life. And I used to work for Dunkin' Donuts when I was 18, because I'm from the East Coast. And I'll never forget this one time. I've dealt with a lot of shitty people, but this one was, like, really messed up. This guy comes in, it's like 8 in the morning. He's like, can I get a pink frosted donut? That's how much I remember, because I remember the color of the donut he ordered. And I'm like, absolutely, sir. So I go get the donut, and I grab it, and I go to put it in the bag, but I put it in the bag upside down, so frosting side down. You're not supposed to do that. That's a big no-no, but I can accept that I made a mistake. This man, and I shit you not, he looked me right in the eyes, and with the calmest voice ever, he said, I should kill you for this. Sir, it's 8 in the morning. I didn't realize I could be murdered today. He said it like it was everyday normal vocabulary for him. Like, just yeah, I should kill you for this. I didn't think a donut would do that. You know, when I think of there's murder and not murder, and then an upside down donut, no, apparently it's murder. I'm this guy's own personal ISIS for some fucking reason. And I said to him, I was like, sir, you can't say that to me. And he said, you're right, you won't be saying anything because you'll be dead. And I didn't do anything. I just let him go. I gave him his own. I'm like, oh, I'll give you a new one. And I let him go. I did nothing. Complained to my manager, and he's like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to try this new one out because I didn't do this last time, and I've been working on it. But at some point, everyone in here has had a sex dream, right? Okay, that's where our similarities end. And here's why. In my sex dreams, I can never actually have sex. Let me explain. Here's a scenario. So in most of my dreams, sex dreams, I will be naked, a girl will be naked, we'll be naked on top of each other. We'll be doing everything possible other than sex. And then right as I'm about to fuck, all of a sudden in the back of my head, I remember that I have a fiance and that I'm in a very, very committed relationship. So all of a sudden my conscience comes into play. I start cock-blocking myself. I go, whoa, no, what am I doing? I can't do this. What? This isn't me. That's not fair because it happens every single fucking time. I could never have sex in it. And it's bullshit, right? Because my fiance, she's fucking men, she's fucking women, she's doing it in her dreams too. I mean, you know, she's getting railed by Timothy Chevrolet in her dream, and in mine, I've locked myself in the bathroom, and I'm staring at my own reflection, crying because I've ruined the fabric of my relationship. So I wake up in a heavy sweat, not from completion, but because of regret and guilt. And I feel like I have to turn over and apologize to her. I'm like, honey, I just need to let you know I didn't fuck this woman. That's some bullshit. I just want to have sex with a random person that isn't my fiance in a dream. Is that too much to ask for? Is that too much? I learned recently that a lot of guys don't wash their assholes. Yes, it's true. Big on TikTok. Like, girls will ask like their guy that they're dating, they're like, do you wash your asshole? And they'll go, well, let the water trickle down. That is very alarming. You'd think the one place you'd want to keep clean is the area where literal human shit comes out. Literal human feces. And I just want to know what's going on with the guys that aren't washing their assholes. You guys just walking around with like shit-covered assholes, and then every time you shit, it just keeps laying on top of each other because you're not washing? How are you alive right now? Like, you have to have some 18th century disease like dysentery or something. Like, there's no way you can be healthy. There's no fucking way. And I'm just trying to figure out why.
You keep looking at me. Like,
why? Do you wash your asshole, sir? Do you? You get up in there?
You get a little finger.
Here's my theory. Okay, here's my theory about why I feel like some guys don't wash their assholes, okay? I feel like you're afraid that if you get up in there, you'll like it. You will. Okay? I don't make the rules. The male prostate is in the asshole. I don't know what else to say, all right? And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, if you think you're gonna like it, you also think, is this gonna, you know, make me gay? And I'm thinking like, so you're telling me if your just finger lightly grazes your asshole, you're just gonna go, whoa, if I do not find a dick to suck right now, if I am not in the Pride Parade this month, oh buddy, I'm gonna be pissed. No, here's the thing, and I don't know if you guys know this, but what makes you gay is by being gay. I know it's a crazy concept. It's a wild concept. I used to live in Koreatown, and I guess it was considered Koreatown according to Google and People, but I don't know if the sun like hit different there because these Koreans sure did look Hispanic and black. So I don't know if it was just hitting differently there. How much time do I have left? That's what my favorite joke.
You have a minute.
I have a minute? Okay. You know, I've been living in LA for 4 years now. And the way I felt about it when I first moved here is the same way I feel about it now. It's like an episode of The Twilight Zone. For instance, Santa Monica. You know, I love the town, I love the city, it's great, but there are just certain designated areas that smell like human piss. It doesn't matter what time of day it is, week, month, hell, even year, guaranteed human piss. Like, someone not from here would be shocked by the sheer amount of people that are unfazed by this. Me and my fiance just walking through like we're smelling like a rose garden. Like, can you imagine if someone was not from here and they're just walking down the street and they're like, dude, what the fuck is... Why is there a public restroom around? I'm like, yeah, there is. You're standing on it. It's called the street. If that's not unnatural, how about smog? That's just unnatural, you know? I haven't seen a star in 4 years. I was in Massachusetts because I'm from the East Coast, and the night sky was clear as day. And all of a sudden it's nighttime, I'm looking up at the sky with my friends, I'm like, man, there sure are a lot of drones out tonight. My friend's like, drones? Dude, those are stars. That's a constellation. And I'm like, oh, I had no idea. Because I've seen one forever. How much time?
0.
0? Okay, man, tough crowd. Anyway, thank you so much. I knew this was going to go bad.
Yeah, give it up for Rich White. Comedy's hard. You're literally talking at someone and trying to force a visceral reaction. comedy is like a reverse laxative. It's difficult. It's like a reverse laxative. I will say, like, do you have like British ancestry?
No.
Oh, okay. But like, I mean, I think.
German.
Oh, but I think. But I feel like in a lot of British ancestry, like your last name used to be like your occupation that you had, right? Like baker, cook, whatever. Like, what happens if your British ancestry and your last name is white? Like, what was your job?
Apparently.
Okay, anyways, I thought that would work better. Okay, we have 2 more comics of the night, and then me, if I go up, we'll see what happens. So, I'm going to bring up a comic with a really cool stage name. Let's bring up Lonnie Dangerous. Woo!
You okay?
That's the whole thing.
I'm dangerous, I told you.
Lonnie Dangerous.
What's up? I almost killed myself for y'all. Give it up. Get on live TV. Where's William Azar when you need him? I'm Lonnie Dangerous. I'm Magic Johnson's other son. Also, I'm a real tigger. Hanging out with a bear with no pants. Tigger, please. I like this guy. It's always the good-looking guys that do the racist jokes, isn't it?
See my tits?
No. Never. My mom's hood. I have a hood mom. You know what I'm talking about? No? All right. Other brother? Yeah. What's scary is that she'll cuss out anyone at any time. And we were at the park the other day, and she was like, "Look at you over there begging for food and shit. Waddle your big ass away from me." I'm like, "Mom, that's just what ducks do." And she's always telling my business too. Like, I took her to the Super Bowl game, and one of the teams scored a touchdown, and she jumped up, and I'm like, "Oh my God." She goes, "Ooh, that was quick. Just like Lonnie's dad. Girl, his dick is so broke, it should get handicap parking." Mom, don't call me girl. Also, she's hood because when I was born, my father was married to another lady, and they had a baby, right? So when they got married, I was 4, and I was at the wedding, and I was in the back, and I was like, he doesn't even love her. He's probably after her for my video game collection. Game Boy Digger! You know what's up. Also, she's hood because we went to, I called her the other day and she was like, we snuck into the movies. I'm like, "Oh God, you snuck into the movies." And she's like, I said, "So what did you see?" She was like, "Well, I only got to see one movie because your father, Morgan Freeman, was taking forever." And my dad's like, "I gotta be in bed by 7:30. He sounds like that for real. I'm dating lately. Anybody else dating? How about you? Good looking?
Yeah, 18-year-olds.
I love your answers. You're right here with me.
Yeah.
But what I like dating single mothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
But mostly for the snacks. You know what I mean? I'm like, "Hey kid, you don't have to call me daddy. Your mom already does. What's up on the Lunchables?" You know what's up, right? The pepperoni one? It's really good. I dated a woman who complained about me watching porn. And that shit drive me crazy, you know what I mean? And all the time, yeah, you watch porn. And then when I asked her, like, "What is the big deal?" And she said, it's a form of cheating. Can you believe that shit? I feel it's a double standard because I know that her removable shower head is in there like, "Hey, what happens in the shower stays in the shower." It's a Vegas reference. Yeah.
Yeah, good prostitutes out there. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking? Alright. I love it. We're on camera. I'll keep it to ourselves. Another thing, I hate long distance relationships. Anybody that had long distance relationships? Come on, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm engaged. So.
Long distance?
Oh no, sorry, I said long term. Sorry.
Long term. You're just thinking about your wife.
Yeah.
I love her. What I hate about long distance relationship is feeling like Big Bird. You guys remember Big Bird from Sesame Street? Big Bird had this friend named Mr. Snuffleupagus, a big hairy elephant that no one could see but Big Bird. So when he told people, no one believed him. And I was telling my family and friends about my girlfriend out of state, and they didn't believe me either. Can you believe that shit? I was telling my girlfriend, and she was like, "That's okay, Lonnie. I believe you." That was for you, Doug. Big Tigger. I'm a big Tigger, dog. Another thing that bothers me is like when you're in a relationship, you gotta have trust, right? Trust is like the foundation. If you don't have trust, you don't have anything. And then sometimes I wonder, like, how do illusionists maintain relationships? Because their whole job is to be deceptive, right? He's at home. He's like, "What woman in my bed?" "You're thinking of the number 69. Bring me a sandwich and I'll bring him back to life." That's what matters. When you laugh, right here. Another thing that bothers me is in romantic comedies, they never show the dark side of relationships. You know, you never hear, "You completely ruined my life, you dirtbag son of a bitch." And The Ring. It's so symbolic and expensive, right? With this, he said, "I don't know." You don't know about The Ring?
Shit, I haven't bought a ring.
You haven't?
No.
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Are you dating?
Not right now.
Oh, well then you safe, dog.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, dog. Just watch The Lord of the Rings. That's all you gotta do. It's crazy because it's like, with the ring, I thee wed. You know what I mean? You got the engagement ring, the wedding ring, the suffering, the boxing ring, the wrestling ring, ring. You know what I mean? Hello? I want a divorce. God damn it. I like your laugh. Another thing is, like, what bothers me is that when you're in a relationship, like, people cheating, because you get into a relationship and the agreement is that, like, we're seeing each other, you know what I mean? And then that person goes off on the agreement and, like, gets in a relationship with someone else. But you can't do that in real life, right? Your dealer's like, "John, whose Coke is this? Is this the first time? Do you love him, you motherfucker?" Alright, I guess I didn't like it. No Coke jokes. I'm still the Tigger in control. Another thing I like is... I'm in a relationship, and what bothers me about relationships is, like, what if it's not the right one? Thank you. You know? Like, as soon as you get with this person, and then that's just not the one. Like, I'm married to the iPhone 10. At the time, it was the best. Now, it's hard to charge up. It's not having connectivity issues. I turned it on and off. The shit won't work. I went to the pastor. I was like, "Hey, your holy molyist, is there a trade-in policy?" All right, my last one. Another thing that bothers me about it is catfish. You know what I mean? Because, like, why is it called catfish? I like catfish. I'm black. You know what I mean? Why don't they ever... That's some racist shit. You know what I mean? Why don't they name it things that we don't like carp or eel, or things that white people like halibut? You know what I mean?
It is good.
It is. See? And then, what makes a motherfucker want to be someone that we don't? Someone want us to think that he's someone that he's not. You know what I mean? You can't do that in real life. You're on the operating table and the doctor comes in, he's like, okay, I want to tell the truth. I'm not really a doctor. My name's Mike, I'm a mechanic. But everything else that I told you is true. Scalpel. That's my time, I'm Lonnie fucking Dangerous. Fucking's my middle name.
Give it up for Lonnie Dangerous! Woo! You know, the first time I ever watched porn was in a public theater.
Okay. That's hot.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that right now. Because we have our headliner of the night. Woo! So we've had an incredible show. Thank you all for sharing your lovely comedy with everyone here. And thank you guys for being like a respectful audience. So that's really great on y'all. Anyways, we're gonna bring up our last comic and give it up for the one and only Lana Saleh.
Hello, hi, I'm Lana. I am the one you have all waited to see, and now I'm here to disappoint you. But my parents are Palestinian immigrants, and they came to America and had 7 kids because my dad wanted free labor that couldn't unionize. And I'm hoping the inheritance makes up for it. But yeah, he had 7 kids with my mom, and then he went on to have 3 more kids with a second wife. So he had 2 wives, 10 kids. His brother had 3 wives, 11 kids. And their dad had 4 wives and 16 kids, right? Because somebody has to keep this earth populated. Because it's not going to be me. Not with my 0 husbands, 0 kids. And it reminds me of something my dad used to say. He was a linguistics major, so he used to like to express himself in creative ways, but mostly he'd just sound like an Arabic Dr. Seuss. And when he used to still have hope that I would marry, he would say, husbands, husbands everywhere. Husbands here. Husband there. Why no one good enough? Why you make your life tough? And he was an interesting man. He was a bit of an environmentalist. When it came to our paper towel usage, he would say, why 2 if 1 can do? But when it came to wives, he was more of a, why 1 when you can have 2 kind of guy. And all this to say that I have heavily disappointed my parents, and I am still single. And not for lack of trying. I have been on these apps, and I have been out here in these streets, and unfortunately it is not working out, because I was raised with different values when it came to men, you know? When I was growing up, they taught us that when it came to men, we should focus on the 3 Ps, which are protect, provide, then procreate, right? But I'm out here, and I'm meeting mostly guys that are only interested in 3 different Ps, like penis, and pussy, and pulling out. And, well, those can be fun occasionally. Let's be honest, most of you, if you add all those up, can only do 5 to 10 minutes, right? So, I have been forced to present my own 3 Ps, which is a platonic and petty Palestinian, which isn't really working out for me. Again, that is why I'm still single. But, you know, I'm not really trying to get every guy. I just want 1. Somebody who's turned on by the same things I am, like retirement. Because, you know, because you're trying to get some head, and I'm trying to get this bread, right? And I'm just, it's just important to say that my most successful long-term relationships have only been with Andrew Jackson and Benjamin Franklin. And if you wonder who is the only man that would ever affect my 401k, it's actually Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve. And he's the only one that'll have me out here like, hey Jerome, why don't you lower those interest rates for us today, huh? But sadly, Jerome is not listening to me, and my 401k is not popping. But you know, these guys still want me to pop my booty, which is kind of hard because I'm at the age where if I do that, I'm popping something else out of place, like a hip or a shoulder. And and all this to say that I got 99 problems, and back problems are just about all of them. So you do not want my medical bills. And if you are going to ask me to put my back or knees into anything, I'm expecting aftercare and a maintenance plan at minimum. Otherwise, I do not appreciate the excess wear and tear. I would like to die alone comfortably. Thank you. Speaking of dating apps, anybody out here tried dating apps? Good,
Yes,
positive,
yes.
negative experiences, I'm sure all negative. But my experience with dating apps could be only described as research for a book that I am writing called How to Lose a Guy in 2 to 3 Business Days, which is incidentally the same amount of time it takes for me to get a package from Amazon Prime. And at least Amazon lets you leave reviews and read reviews, right? Could you imagine if dating apps let you leave reviews after a date?
Shit.
5 stars. Great guy. No complaints. Just no chemistry. Or 3 stars. He said he was 6'1", but he's 5'9". And he wore flip-flops with crusty toes and made me pay for my coffee. But ladies, we should all beware of the 1 star. He is in fact homeless. This hobosexual will have your home turned into the Hotel California because you will want him to check out, but he will never leave. And I think if somebody were to review me, it would be 3 stars. Cute, but talks too much. 50% resting bitch face, 50% active. And I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's them. I'd like to think it's Maybelline, but honestly, it's just fucking Botox. Because I like my face to look as dead on the outside as I feel on the inside. And it honestly, it helps a lot for times like this when we're up on a stage and dying in front of a group of people. because I have seen a lot of people lose their shit. And most recently, I was at the airport and I saw somebody that just really wasn't having a great day. And, you know, they were removed from the airport, but how many minutes do I have? Sorry, how's the total?
Two.
How much is the total? Sorry.
10.
Oh, okay. So I basically saw this person lose their shit, and I thought to myself, that could never be me. Not because I don't have crazy days, but because I am a Palestinian who managed to get TSA pre-check. And I don't know if you really understand this, but like when they give somebody with the name Lana Salah pre-check, that's a big deal. Having a in your name typically precludes you from having pre-check, right? But I want to be the best behaved Palestinian on pre-check because I want my people to also be able to enjoy one day the feeling that you too can have preferential treatment at a security checkpoint. And yes, because free Palestine. But you know, because I've been through checkpoints in Israel, and I've, you know, gone through TSA here. And let me tell you, the first time I used my pre-check, I felt like it was the first time I got high. I'd never breezed past so many nice white people with my shoes on through security. Shoes on. Fight the power. Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you. Give it up one more time for Lana. So, this is completely my mistake, but we're gonna bring up one final comic who's gonna do a few minutes. Please give it up for Jared Brewer.
This is actually my first time doing
Yeah.
stand-up. I wrote a lot of these today, so I apologize.
I'll give you the light up too.
Okay, yeah. Gonna be done far sooner than that. So, I actually lost a lot of family as a result of the Holocaust. A few of them managed to flee the country, but the rest were hanged for war crimes. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm Jewish, so it's all good. Don't worry, they actually died horrible deaths in concentration camps, so you can feel better about that. My mom would hate that joke. I really am Jewish, but I haven't faced a lot of anti-Semitism, except for Kanye West recently. I'd say the only other thing was when my half-German girlfriend Dutch ovened me in the middle of the night, but I'm pretty sure that was an accident. So she wasn't like, take that, you filthy Jew. It was, it's just pretty benign. But yeah, my girlfriend's Pakistani. She's not a Jew. She's always trying to get me to go to these Jewish events at the Chabad. I actually also live in Culver City. I never want to go to these things, and I always complain when she drags me to them, and she's like, "You're not a real Jew. Stop complaining." And I'm like, I'm not a real Jew. Stop complaining. I'm pretty fucking Jewish, I think. So, anyway, that's it for me.
All right, thank you, Jared. Yeah, so many people gave their first comedy sets today. That makes me really happy. I have not been here. I've also only been here for like 3 months, or not even 3 months. And so just coming here and sharing your stuff with this audience, it's really helped me a lot. And so I hope it is something that fulfills you too. But anyways, thank you so much for being such a great audience tonight. We had a lovely Manic Monday. As always, everything is live streamed to YouTube on the LA School of Comedy YouTube channel, so tell your friends to see you on video if you'd like. If you'd like a custom tape, you can talk to me after the show. And as always, just keep laughing and be funny, and you're all very funny, and it was very lovely to hear your comedy. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Anybody know who's water? Plug in.
Yeah. Wait, they're not playing the show after? You can bring it.